In the previous podcast, we discussed stakeholder engagement and how urban forestry depends on collaboration between different groups. Today, we're going to focus on what happens when those groups don't agree. Conflict. Because in urban forestry, conflict is not the exception. It's the norm. Trees exist in shared spaces. And anytime you have shared space, you have competing interests. Some people want more trees. Others are concerned about maintenance, safety, or infrastructure. Developers may prioritize land use. Residents may prioritize shade and aesthetics. And arborists are often right in the middle. So understanding how to manage conflict is a critical skill. Let's start with a key idea. Conflict is not inherently negative. It often reflects different values, priorities, or perspectives. When managed well, conflict can lead to better decisions. Now let's talk about common sources of conflict. Tree removal is one of the most common. Residents may oppose the removal of a tree that has personal or aesthetic value, even if the tree is declining or poses a risk. Pruning is another source of conflict. Some people may feel that trees are being over-pruned or damaged. Infrastructure conflicts can also create tension. For example, roots damaging sidewalks or branches interfering with utilities. Now let's consider the role of communication. Clear, honest communication is the foundation of conflict resolution. Arborists must explain the reasons behind decisions. Why is a tree being removed? Why is pruning necessary? Providing clear explanations helps reduce misunderstanding. Now let's talk about listening. Effective conflict resolution is not just about explaining. It's about listening. Stakeholders need to feel heard, even if the final decision does not change. Listening builds trust. Now let's consider empathy. Understanding how others feel about trees is important. For some people, trees have emotional or cultural significance. Recognizing this helps guide respectful communication. Now let's talk about solutions. In some cases, conflicts can be resolved through compromise. For example, adjusting pruning methods, selecting alternative planting locations, or providing replacement trees. Creative solutions can address multiple concerns. Now let's consider transparency. Being open about decision-making processes helps build trust. If people understand how decisions are made, they are more likely to accept them. Now let's talk about consistency. Applying policies and standards consistently helps reduce conflict. If decisions appear inconsistent, trust can be lost. Now let's connect this to urban forestry. Conflict resolution is part of everyday practice. Arborists must balance technical knowledge with social considerations. They must make decisions that are both scientifically sound and socially acceptable. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional exam, focus on conflict resolution concepts. You should understand common sources of conflict in urban forestry, the role of communication and listening, the importance of empathy and transparency, and how conflict can lead to better outcomes. Questions may involve selecting appropriate approaches to resolving disagreements. Conflict is a natural part of urban forestry. It reflects the importance of trees in people's lives. And when managed effectively, it can strengthen relationships and improve decisions. In the next podcast, we'll continue by exploring how urban forestry programs communicate the value of trees and how they make the case for investment in the urban forest. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.